Oh, shit, sorry. Did not see you there. Ignore that. Hi, positive readers. It's Positive Writer here today with another video. And it is October, aka spooky season, aka the month of the amazing Nightmareathon.
Ever since the day that you went away.
So today I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm going to be reading for Nightmareathon, and I'm super excited for this. This readathon was hosted by Louise and Shirley Jackson reads. But anyway, it is a readathon for like scary books, thriller books, from the 25th of October to the end, October 31st, aka Halloween. And of course, my my thriller newbie, I don't know what I was trying to say, me, who has started to love thrillers in the last few months, has to participate in this because it's like a rite of passage. It's like, I love thrillers and I'm super into them now and they're super easy to read. So I'm obviously going to do this. So without further ado, I'm going to get into these challenges and the books I'm going to be reading for them. So the first challenge is Purple on the Cover. The book that I chose to read for this is Not That I Could Tell by Strawser, and it is kind of like a Big Little Lies type thing. These women get together and one of them goes missing. There is mention of domestic violence and some other things, and I'm super excited to read it. I personally love books like Big Little Lies. It also reminds me of The Perfect Mother, another book that I read that was a thriller, and I forgot the author's name. I'm so sorry because I did love the book, but it was kind of Big Little Lies-esque. But yeah, I love books like this, and I'm super excited to read it. It took forever to find a book that was a thriller with purple on the cover, so I ended up picking this one because I did see it the day prior to me picking it out, and then I watched a host video to get more recommendations, and sure enough, this was the same book on there, so I was like, no, whatever, I'm going to read this one. The next challenge is read a book about murder, and unsurprisingly, I'm going to be reading Psycho 2 by Robert Bloch. Because if you didn't know, if I haven't said it 1,000 times and you just missed it somehow, Bates Motel, my favorite TV show, is based off of Psycho, the movie from 1960, and this is the second book in the series, and they did make a second movie, which I have watched. If you ever want reviews or anything of those, I'm definitely going to be doing them because I love them, and I don't really, like, it doesn't really matter to me if you want them or not. I love talking about it, and I know someone's going to appreciate it, so I'm probably going to make them anyway, but I'm going to be reading Psycho 2, and I'm excited for it. The next book is the next challenge is read a book about something that you're afraid of, and I personally am only afraid of losing my mother to death or something like that, and the book that I chose for this was kind of hard to find because I didn't want to get spoiled, but I also had to search up a thriller book with a mother's death or something in it that was not a big plot twist because obviously they wouldn't have that on Google, and I ended up finding A Monster Calls by Ness. I've never read this book. I feel like it's a classic, but I never read it, so I'm glad that I'm going to be reading it now. The next challenge is read a paranormal book, and I chose The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson because in the title it says haunting, and I didn't feel like going on a list of all the paranormal thrillers in the world, even though I did a couple times before I decided there's a Netflix show about this, why not read it, so then you can watch the Netflix show. The next challenge is read a 2019 horror/thriller/paranormal book, and I chose Those People by Louise, candlish, and I'm super excited to read this. What's horrible is I forgot what it's about, but I guarantee you it's something interesting. I'm going to have the links to all these books in the description so you can go buy them, and you can definitely check out the blurb there yourself. I kind of hate myself for not putting it because I put the best books on my TBR on this list. Sometimes I obviously pick ones that are different if the challenge is something that does not have, that one of the books on my TBR does not correspond with. But this book, I do remember sounding super interesting. The next challenge is read a recommendation by us, the host, and the book that I chose was Keep You Close. I forgot the author. The book will be right here, but it sounded interesting to me, so I decided that I was going to read it. I completely forgot the word, but it was a recommendation by one of the hosts, and I'm going to pick it up. The last challenge is to read a backlist thriller, aka a thriller that was not made in 2019. So I'm going to be reading Rebecca by Daphne. I could have picked literally probably any book of my TBR other than ones that have obviously been written in this year or haven't come out yet. But I chose to go way back far to Rebecca because I've heard a lot about this book and it's really interesting. And Alfred Hitchcock, who also directed Psycho, made a movie about this off of this book, and I definitely will be watching it after I read this book. So I want to do it. This book is about a woman who gets married to this guy, and everybody's talking about his other wife, Rebecca. So she kind of like starts to adopt the mannerisms or whatever of this old wife. And it's kind of a mystery aspect or whatever. It's Victorian, which is another thing that I love. And I could not participate in the Victothon. I forgot what the readathon was, but it was about like Victorian reads and stuff. And I love Victorian times, and I love just like watching stuff about it. So I guarantee I love books about it too, but I just was not able to participate in that. So I kind of had to, you know, throw a little bit of Victorian thriller into there too. Those are all the books I'm going to be reading for the Nightmareathon. I hope you are participating in it. I hope you're having a great spooky season so far. I have not made like any spooky season videos, which is horrible for me. But we've been new. I'm kind of trashy. So, I love you all. I'll see you later with another video. Don't mind what I was doing at the beginning of the video. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Bye.